let's talk about how to stand out as a babysitter. Stay tuned. Hey sitters, welcome back to another video. It's Lydia, thanks for joining me. I wanted to chat with you today about some ideas on how to stand out as a babysitter. A lot of you contact me asking how you can get jobs or keep jobs, and really you want to be able to stand out as a babysitter so families keep you top of mind when they need one. So the first one we're going to talk about is utilizing your babysitting bag. I talk about it all the time here on the channel, how you can connect with children, make a good impression on children, use it for entertainment. You can use it for a lot of things, and that'll help you stand out as a babysitter. The kids will talk about you all the time if you are bringing activities for them to do. And that's the second one on my list, is planning activities. So whether that is you're planning to go on a bike ride or for a walk with them, or if you want to do some educated activities with them, but just planning things for you to do while you're there with the kids, whether it be gingerbread house making for the holidays or crafts for Father's Day, Mother's Day, stuff like that, is really planning ahead and planning activities for them to do. The next on my list is to communicate with families, whether they ask or not. And I know that sounds a little harsh, but giving them a recap of what you guys did that night while they were gone can be really helpful, and really something a lot of babysitters, I would hope, do, but every parent I come across is like, wow, thanks for the update, or thanks for, so they seem surprised when I go through our evening with them. So going through your evening with them about what you guys ate, when they ate, how much they ate, what you guys did for activities, what they like and what they didn't like about the activities you did, how well they did at the activities sometimes. So just keeping them updated and giving them, being communicative, being conversational, and giving them just a recap. This next one is pretty obvious, but being updated on your certifications. You want to make sure that your families know that you are certified, whether it is in CPR, first aid, that you have a babysitting course under your belt, but you want to make sure that they know that you are certified and that your certifications are updated as well, because you could have been certified in CPR 3 years ago, but it expires in 2 years. So staying up to date on all your certifications and making sure that they know that. So the next one on my list is being accessible to all types of families. And I want to go a little bit deeper into what this means. So families find it very attractive if you are knowledgeable about all types of children, and you can work with a handful of different children and different types of kids. And what I mean by that is kids who may be deaf parents, taking a couple ASL courses so that you can communicate in American Sign Language and work with those kind of families. Be educated or get educated on how to work with children in wheelchairs. If you want to work with infants specifically, take infant courses. There's sleep safety courses out there. There's a bunch of courses in infants. Working with autistic children, there's a big need for that right now. And those families, I mean, there's not a lot of resources for them for date nights. There's a lot of resources for autistic children, but for families just to go on a date night, unless they have a family member that knows the child and knows what they need specifically, there's not really an option for them. So getting educated on that and how to work with them. Just really getting knowledgeable on things that other babysitters may not think about. Being accessible to all types of families is a huge one. That way you can hit a market that nobody else is hitting. You can tap into that market that you know that other babysitters may not be able to tap into because they don't have the knowledge. Another way you can stand out is by teaching the children stuff. I know that sounds very simple, very easy, but teaching them independence and responsibility, teaching them their colors or numbers or alphabet, teaching them how they can do things, or teaching them a new skill. Parents love when they come home and hear that they learned something while they were gone, that their kids learned something while they were gone. It's just a great way to be like, hey, I don't only entertain, but I can also help, or not help, but I also throw some education in there as well. Another one To help you stand out, I talked about this before, birthday cards, thank you cards, holiday cards, keeping your name in their mind throughout the year. If they don't use you for 3 months and their child has a birthday, you send them a birthday card. It's like, oh yeah, we haven't used her in a while. Let's text her or him and get them on the calendar. Right along with that is not using the tech time that the kids are given. And so let's talk about a scenario here. They are allowed to have 2 hours of tech time a day. And you are there, and the parents are like, yep, they got 2 hours of tech time. Instead of using up those 2 hours, your job is to entertain these children. So I personally would leave that tech time for the parents. If they if they're in a pinch, if they need to get on a meeting and the kids need to be distracted, or they're making dinner and they just want to throw the kids in front of the TV, I want to give that tech time to them. They can use that tech time for whatever they need throughout the day. When I'm there at night, it is solely for me to entertain. We don't need a TV, we don't need a tablet, we don't need a computer to do that. I have planned activities to do while I'm there, and that should be plenty enough time to fill the night, and I don't need to set them in front of a TV. Parents will really appreciate that you are leaving that tech time to them, but you also have to make sure that you talk to the family or the parents about, and that they didn't promise the kids, when Lydia gets there, you can have your tech time, or you can use an hour of your tech time, or you're allowed to, so that they didn't promise the child while you're there that they could have tech time. And again, if they did, they could use that tech time, and then you can just let them know, hey, for future reference, I don't need the tech time. I'm here to entertain them. I don't mind if you say no technology while I'm here, and just let them know how you feel about it. I love this next one. I think this is one of the most important ones, getting involved in the community. I love my community. I love how everybody knows everybody. There could be some bad things about that, but most of the time it is such a great feeling to like go to the grocery store and see a couple of the kids that you babysit and run into them and ask them how their day was. They get so excited to see you. Going to the park with a couple of kids and running into another family that I babysit for and introducing the kids and saying, yeah, I get to play with you guys on Friday night, I get to play with them on Saturday. Or volunteering in schools. If I volunteer in schools, there are at least 5 children that know me, and that's such a great feeling that they know a familiar face and I am getting into the community, which helps eventually spread my name to other families. But I think that's the best one, is getting involved in your community, volunteering, meeting new people, networking. It's a great one to stand out. By putting a couple of these things in place, you'll definitely stand out as a babysitter, but most of all, be you. Families are looking for genuine care for their kids, and I genuinely care about these kids I babysit for, and I think that's what really pulls everything together, because you could have a lot of these things and be very not genuine, and I think they could see right through it. So being you is best. Adding a couple of these things to what you're doing already to stand out as a babysitter, I think will help tremendously. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.